Let's roll, y'all.
Good morning. I am Jennifer Lacker, Deputy Commissioner of the Mount Vernon Police Department. And today, thank you for joining us here to celebrate the launch of the Health and Wellness Collection at the Mount Vernon Public Library. To start it off, I am going to introduce our Mayor, Sean Patterson Howard. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mount Vernon. As we know, health and wellness and emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, mental wellness, financial wellness, relationship wellness have become so, we're talking about it so much more in this country, which is something that we used to hide and not want to talk about. No one wanted to talk about anxiety or depression or divorce or having challenges raising their children or struggling with their weight and their health. And now these are things that we're talking about so much more. And because it is such a prominent and important issue, we really want to normalize this conversation. And so the Mount Vernon Police Department's Wellness Division is thrilled to announce a collaboration with our Mount Vernon Public Library on unveiling the new Health and Wellness Collection. Now, guess what? These books have been in this library for a long time, most of them. And our Deputy Commissioner of the Police picked out some more books to add to the collection, but they've all been put in one place called the Health and Wellness Area. And so this initiative aims to bring crucial resources to our community. Not everyone will go out and buy a book before they read it, and so you can come to the library and for free take out a book and see if it's something that speaks to your spirit and gives you practical steps and tools on how to deal with anxiety or depression, how to navigate parenthood, what you can do to change your diet and get a healthy lifestyle. We have books here for men, for women, for the professional, for the teenager, really that just focuses on health and wellness and how you can be your best self. So we want to make sure that we're speaking to issues of domestic violence, mental health, substance abuse, aging, because it's something that's really major. I'm getting ready to move into my late 50s, and I was like, that's a thing. My friend said, I checked the box. It says 56 to 64. What does that mean? We're getting older. So you move into another box, and with that, changes in your life come. We want to make sure that we have resources here for our youth, the homeless, those who are coming home from incarceration, veterans. And so those are the 8 dimensions of wellness and vulnerable populations that our police department through the Wellness Division focuses on. And so we have resources here for that. Again, this not only the collection, but the space, and you'll see the space behind me in a few minutes, it offers a holistic environment just for people to come to read. You can read here, but we would really love you to take the books home, check them out, and bring them back so you don't get a fine, right? Yeah. And then you can
have amnesty now.
Well, we don't want them to just take them home and not bring them back, even with amnesty, and then decide, is this speaking to my spirit? Is this helping to feed my soul? It'll serve for a hub of a variety of activities, including book club meetings, focusing on mental health and wellness and well-being literature, engaging authors, visiting so that they can address community needs, and having interactive community conversations on relevant topics. So the MVPD Wellness Division and the Public Library collaboration aims to, as I stated, create this nurturing environment by leveraging the library's role as the central library system in Westchester and as a public center of information here in the city of Mount Vernon. This partnership marks a significant step towards empowering Mount Vernon residents with the tools and knowledge that they need to live healthy, successful, and fulfilling lives. And so I'm really excited about this. As a social worker and a minister, I think I've had probably more conversations with residents and constituents and business owners about their mental and emotional wellness and just getting through tough times. And so we're glad that this resource is here for the community. So thank you. And I'm going to turn it back over to our Deputy Commissioner Lackard.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, this effort is an initiative between the Mount Vernon Police Department's Wellness and Community Affairs Division, as well as the Mount Vernon Public Library. And I want to thank Tamir Davis, the executive director here, for his openness and willingness to make this happen and really just commit any resource that he could make available to us to make this happen. So today would not be possible without your staunch effort and support, so thank you. This space will become a center of self-realization and empowerment as we work with community partners to convene, as the mayor has said, book club meetings, author readings, new book releases, signings, as well as creative writing and reading series around how to promote optimal health across the 8 dimensions of health and wellness. Poetically, this week marks the Mount Vernon Police Department's Wellness and Community Affairs 2-year anniversary. Not only as a division within a department that not only as a division within the department which co-responds with patrol and follow-ups with vulnerable residents in the community, but also as an off-site location at our wellness precinct located at 203 Gramerton Avenue. We should name it Wellness Street.
Wellness Lane.
Yes. Our wellness precinct operates across 2 tours from 8 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Friday, and includes wellness officers trained to respond to persons in crisis, and also in conjunction with co-located partners that are here with us today. We have Westchester County Mobile Crisis Response Team through the Guidance Center, represented by Laura Altieri and Deja Bullard. We have Choice of New York, represented by Ulissa Rodriguez and Jamila Blair. And we have Westchester Jewish Community Services Victim Advocacy Team, represented by Katrina Skemmerhorn and Josefa Romero. And even with this level of support, we found the establishment of the Health and Wellness Collection vital as an access point for community wellness. Bringing the resources directly here to the community center, supported by those providers that are here with me today and all of the community partners that work with us at the Wellness Precinct on a day-to-day basis. Effective this week, our community partners will spend time here at the library, making themselves available by appointment for private or group consultation with any resident looking for support. Appointments can be made by calling the MVPD Wellness and Community Affairs Division at 914-465-2765, anytime between 8 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Friday. Today, we are also announcing the extension of this partnership with the Mount Vernon Public Library to include academic support for the Mount Vernon City School District and youth who are part of our recently launched Cannabis Court and those receiving homebound instruction. Teachers from the Mount Vernon School District will conduct instruction here at the library Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. until the end of the current academic school year. This ensures that there is no gap in instruction while students are re-entering the school community. I will now turn the mic over to Tamir Davis, Director of the Mount Vernon City Public Library.
Good morning. My name is Tamir Davis. I'm the current Library Director of the Mount Vernon Public Library. So on behalf, I can't do this alone, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, my staff, Doris Hackett, Jade Hackett, Kathy Webb, we work collectively together to make sure that we can make this a reality. We also work with the Buildings and Grounds Department here at the library. We have some ongoing programs here at the library. Right now, what's taking place with AARP is a free tax assistance for the senior population. For people that are in need of that, they can actually sign up at the reference desk and get tax assistance here at the library. As you can see the collection here, we actually ordered additional books, just to let you know. We wanted to be ready for you, ready for the public. We also look forward to some of the counseling services that take place here at the library. We have a free tutorial computer classes here at our library. If you haven't gotten a library card, please sign up for one. It's free. We have amnesty. We would like the books to come back to the library, but this allows you to actually check out the books and just let us know when you're going to bring them back. So there's no fines at this point now at our library. And then we also have interlibrary loans. So if we don't have some of the books, we actually partner with Westchester Library System whereby we can actually supply books for you. There's a free database on our website. We have free documentaries and movies with Hoopla and so on and so forth on our website. So we have a lot of great information for you, and we look forward to assisting as much as possible. Thank you so much.
And with that said, we're going to have Lieutenant Krista Mann come to the table.
Greetings, Mount Vernon community. I am humbled to be the commanding officer of such a groundbreaking division, created by Deputy Commissioner Lackard and supported by our mayor, the Honorable Sean Patterson Howard. Through the support of Mount Vernon Police Department command staff, notably our Commissioner, David Gibson, and our Chief, Marcel Oliviers, and our Patrol Division, the Wellness Division has been able to enhance the wellness of our Mount Vernon community. I am blessed to have a strong support in my second in command, Sergeant Jean Jerome, our wellness officers, currently Officers Burns, Heath, and Johnson, our criminal analyst, Kenyatta Hopkins, and our co-located partners of MCRT, WJCS, and Choice. The Wellness and Community Division works at an off-site location. DC just said that, so I will move on. But we at 203 Gramerton Avenue. If you want to come down to receive some resources, we will always welcome you and do what we can for you. Due to the hard work of the above-named individuals and listed support system, the Wellness Division and Community Affairs Division, from its opening in 2022, and I started on February 14th, 2022, to December 2023, we have conducted 2,725 engagements to 2,056 individuals, and which of those engagements were 526 co-patrol responses. If you heard me, I don't have a large staff. So with the minimum of officers that I have from, at the time it would be 1 officer to 6 officers, we have reached over 2,000 people in 2 years where we have serviced them. We currently service 8 populations, which include our youth, re-entry, veterans, homeless, mental health, aging and elderly, substance abuse, and domestic violence. The Wellness and Community Affairs Division is extremely excited about our enhanced partnership with the Mount Vernon Public Library for the opening of the new Health and Wellness book collection. Additionally, we thank you for our collaboration with the Mount Vernon Public Library, giving space to us to utilize to enhance the academic excellence of our cannabis court and our Mount Vernon Youth Court respondents. We also thank them for the space that they gave us for our co-located partner of choice, which will be housed remotely at the Mount Vernon Public Library once a week. These actions are sure to increase the reach of the Wellness and Community Affairs Division to dispatch human service resources to our 8 vulnerable populations of individuals in crisis. I believe Mount Vernon PD is a leading force in the state and the county in regard to our trauma-informed policing. To quote my mayor, Mount Vernon is truly the jewel of Westchester. So thank you again, Mount Vernon Public Library, and to all of our collaborative partners, to Mount Vernon, to the mayor, and to Mount Vernon Police Department for their dedication to the health and wellness of Mount Vernon. I will now bring up one of our collaborative partners, Ms. Laura Arteri.
Thank you. This is a pleasure to be here today. This is wonderful what you're putting together, so I want to thank you, Mayor Patterson, and DC Lackard for supporting us. As was said, I am the director for the Mobile Crisis Response Team here in Westchester, Mount Vernon, and we just love the collaboration that we have with the Wellness Center. They're just fabulous to work with, so we're very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm Katrina Skimmelhorn. I'm the Assistant Executive Director of Children and Family Services at WJCS. And currently, we were awarded a grant to work in partnership with the Office of Victim Services to provide services to victims and survivors of violence in Westchester County. As part of that collaboration, we are co-located and working in partnership with the Mount Vernon Police Department Wellness Division. And I wanted to say thank you to DC Lackard and also Mayor Howard for having us here today. But, and I also wanted to state, we went to a police conference last year and we learned that the Mount Vernon Police Department Wellness Division had the highest rate in Westchester County of connecting victims to services. So that speaks volumes to the amazing work that's being done here. And we are honored to work in partnership with them at WJCS. And we're excited about this new collection at the library, and we're going to definitely refer our clients here to make sure that they can access resources to help them with their survival journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Jaleesa Rodriguez. I'm VP of Program Service at Choice of New York. Our organization is dedicated to offering social services to those with medical, mental health, and various social needs, including benefits, housing, access to resources, and we are based in Westchester, but our services do expand beyond the county. We at Choice are thrilled to join hands with the Mount Vernon Wellness Precinct to enhance the public health and safety of the residents of the city of Mount Vernon. In collaboration with the Wellness Precinct, our Choice team will share presence in the city library and alongside wellness officers to co-respond to service calls, assisting in crisis de-escalation, and providing early interventions and support to the community members who interact with the police department. I would like to thank the mayor and Jennifer and the director over here at the library for their initiatives. And I would like to take a second to translate this over to Spanish. Buenos días todos, mi nombre es Julissa Rodríguez, soy la vicepresidenta de programas de servicio en Choice. Somos una organización que brinda servicios sociales a individuos con necesidades médicas, salud mentales y sociales como beneficios, viviendas y conectividad con recursos. Somos una organización con sedes en Westchester, aunque nuestros servicios expanden el condado. Estamos muy emocionados de la colaboración con el Precinto de Bienestar de Mount Vernon para mejorar la salud pública y la seguridad de los residentes de la ciudad de Mount Vernon. A través de nuestra colaboración con el Precinto de Bienestar, los miembros del equipo de Choice compartirán presencia en la biblioteca de Mount Vernon para corresponder a llamadas de servicio y ayudar a desescalar y proporcionar intervenciones tempranas y apoyos a los miembros de la comunidad que están en contacto con el Departamento de Policía. Le quisiera agradecer por su apoyo al mayor y al director de la librería y a la comisionadora del Departamento de Policía. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Gracias.
And that concludes our announcement and the launch of the Health and Wellness Collection here at the Public Library. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them now. Yes.
So it's not a question, but it's just a statement. The other thing that you do is a mutual friend of all, well, at least you, a mutual friend of ours found her mother deceased in her apartment, and y'all checked up on her, because every day I was texting her, and she said, you know, the wellness department called me. I was like, really? She said, yes, they've been checking up on me. So I wanted to add that to the
Thank you. Thank you.
You'll never know what I was saying. You got me.
Yeah. We didn't know. Well, thank you. If the community or anyone has any questions, they can again call the Wellness and Community Affairs Division at 914-465-2765, or they can send an email to wellness@pd.cmvny.com. And I think I have a last-minute question over here. Go ahead.
What was the main purpose for starting this program? Was there a recent event in the town that you guys want to do?
So, good question. So we started the Wellness and Community Affairs Division 2 years ago, and it really was a way to provide an off-site location for people in crisis to be able to go for support. But we also realized that people still feel uncomfortable with engaging with the police. So no matter how highly trained my wellness officers are, and they're in training all the time, and they are some of the best people that I know, it still is that community resistance to kind of going over to the police department and accessing resources. And we're in a digital society where everyone is doing everything online, and so really to go back and bring everything back to the roots, which, you know, the library is the center that the mayor was commenting when she was younger, coming to the library. I think everyone has some connection to the library, but the Mount Vernon Public Library is something special. So this was just, it made sense to kind of make this now the community hub where people can get resources, and with leadership and staff that really care and support this, this was just perfect to kind of make that so that people don't have to, that barrier of coming to the police is where you'll go. We're still gonna support it. It's still something we're gonna continue to drive resources to, but we wanted to make it a community-driven opportunity and get as many community partners to the table to help us drive health and wellness forward. And the mayor?
And what we really have to focus on is this is about empowerment, right? You can go to therapists, you can go to pastors, you can go to the police department, you can go to friends and family members, but when you educate yourself, when you take out time to read, when I was being raised, they said reading is fundamental. They said if you wanted high treasure from people, put it in a book. And I think when you really look at this information on paper, you understand that you're not the first person who's gone through this, and you won't be the last. And it helps to normalize. As a social worker, one of the most empowering and life-affirming things that I saw happen is when we ran support groups. And when people actually sat in support groups and heard, you're not the only one who's depressed, or you're not the only one who's stretched or stressed or saturated. We found so many different words to describe sometimes the voids that we have in us. And so you can look at a book at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can read it on the weekend. You can listen to an audio book as you're driving in your car, or you're working at work in your earpods or headphones. Again, just to affirm that you're not alone, that you're not by yourself, and that oftentimes what you're experiencing are natural responses to challenges in your life. And so years ago, we used the term mental illness. And so people were ashamed to say, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I'm overwhelmed. We were taught to be superwomen and supermen. But we know now that that is one of the most unhealthy things that we can do, is carry the burden on our back. And so again, being able to come and get a book, check it out, read it, and get tools for your life going forward is really, really impactful. And we don't want it to just be about a negative event, in response to a negative event. We know that people are overwhelmed, and so again, we want to normalize some of what people are being challenged with and provide those proper resources. So thank you.
Thank you.